went through this experience, having how can I say, like learning together how to deal with having the kids with us, how to deal having ourselves being safe, working with the kids in the same time and making them feel okay, and not being afraid of getting out again. I
Mhm.
had a lot of questions as well in my head about how can I do this to my own kids, and how can I do this to the other kids in the same time. That was a big question for me myself, and I think you had to deal with this yourself, and then when you get some answers, you give it to all the people who are working with you as well. So I
Yes.
want you please to talk with us more about your experience as a person before being a leader for the daycares and before being a teacher. How this affected you, and how did you get over this to go back to the field and work?
It took a little bit, to be honest. I was scared, because you want to keep everybody safe. And I mean, I have a family as well. So I really want to make sure um, opening that I wasn't bringing back anything to my family as well. Knowing the procedures and knowing, working with the public health, I think that kind of reassured us on that we are keeping everything in place, and doing what we could to keep everybody safe and keeping myself safe and my family safe at the same time. So just making sure, like all the hand washing done, the PPP, we wear that. Really talking with the staff and making sure they're comfortable. Um, and not only that, reassuring parents that they're coming back to it, their kids are coming back to a very safe place. They had lots of questions, asked what we were doing, how we were doing, the cleaning and stuff to keep their children safe as well. So it was hard, like I say, like at the beginning, I didn't feel comfortable, and I really wanted to make sure my programs were the best type of programs for the children. So that's why, like I say, we decided to not open because I didn't feel that we were ready and safe to put those kids into that environment yet. And it was because it was so new. But in September, going through 4 months of it and preparing and understanding COVID and how it transmits, I think we had a better understanding and was able to prepare for the opening in a safe manner. So then I felt better. And then I felt better knowing that I can tell parents, yes, it is safe for your kids to come back.
And
I
yeah,
wasn't ready to say that.
yeah. I had a feeling that we all went through up and downs, and then when we are like we're learning together this experience, right? But I had
Mhm.
a feeling that it's very important for the kids to go back and connect and to be like in the real field, especially as we all know now that they're not really like easy to get sick. So they are the most important members of the society, that we need to encourage
Right.
them to be outside and to have some normal life, because connections only with the devices, I think this is affecting them in a not really in a healthy way, to spend the whole day in front of the only the computers. So
Yes.
do you agree with me, or what do you think about encouraging the kids to go out and just yes, we learn to be safe, but to connect with other real kids?
Yes, I truly believe that, especially in the early years, even the older years, but more so the younger years, children need to be interacted socially and understand how to get along and whatnot. So they need that social connection with friends. It's really important. Instead of being stuck into devices all day, they need to be playing and learning how to get along and share, and all those developmental stages is really important, especially at a younger age. So it was really nice. I felt really good to be opening our daycares and looking at parents and say, yes, bring your children back. It is safe, and this is what they need. They need to be socialized again and being and playing with their friends and learning through play.
I was talking with one of my friends, and I was thinking that actually having the kids in the house all the time affected them maybe in the worst way ever than other, the adults, because it was easy maybe for us to understand that it's not safe and we have to stay. But when the kids stayed in the house for a very long time and they kept asking questions about this or what, this whole thing affected them. And now they're back to the daycare, back to have friends, back to feel like they have a routine in their life. They're counting the
Mhm.
days. This all helping them to be back healthy and to help their mental health.
Exactly.
And
I
especially
totally agree with that.
no, sorry, here you go.
Yes, sorry.
I was just saying that it's really important to their mental health, and it's good for them and for us as well to learn, yes, how to keep them safe, but it's good to keep them safe and also to keep their mental health safe.
Exactly. Their mental health is very important, especially socially. And that's why it's really important that children do get out and socialize with their age groups. Um, and coming back to the daycare is ideal for that. You see it when they come back. They're also happy to be back. The educators are happy to see them come back. They're happy to see it with their friends. And I even see it more as a teacher as well, seeing all the kindergarten. I teach kindergarten. So when they all came back, they were ecstatic to be back with their friends. They were hugging, even though they're not supposed to. You try to social distance. But I think it's that natural instinct. They just need that connection. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. It's important for them to see real people and real friends, right? And I want to
Mhm.
ask you, please, more like about details about how is your experience being a teacher and as well being a leader or for the daycare? How this makes it like a better connection for yourself? That's your hands in the field itself, and you're working yourself in this field.
I really love it. It's a total passion. I knew from day one I really want to work with the kids. In the daycares, it gives me the opportunity to see how much they change and grow. And even as a teacher, we see it. I love it. I can never see myself stopping anytime soon. Um, Many people ask, how do you do both? Um, I just have an amazing team with the daycares and stuff. So seeing them lead the daycares and I see the pictures and stuff coming in, I go visit once in a while. And then as a teacher as well, seeing the little ones every day and growing, there's no word to describe it when you're just there, and it's amazing when they come
Yeah. And it
at
comes
you.
from the name. You can see them growing.
Yes. Exactly. Every morning they come in and they're just so excited to see you and their friends. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think the blessing of working with kids basically, and for me especially, was this unconditional love that they love you immediately and you feel like you kind of important person for them. And this is,
Mhm.
I think, what makes us who works in with kids and field in art or teaching makes us always want to continue. And I think what you're doing is actually very important for the society now and very important for us and for our kids and for everyone to get over this hard time when we couldn't even move out of the house. Do you think the
Mhm.
moms as well like feeling happy that they dropping kids to the daycare where they know all this amazing activities happening there?
Yes, I do believe so. I think parents are happy that their children are happy again. It is hard being stuck in a house all day. And I think the children were feeling it and they were excited to be back. And I think parents are happy to see that their kids are happy again, and interacting and coming home with all these exciting stories every day of what they did throughout the day or what pictures they've made. Um, and the pictures that we do take through the day and we post it, and parents are just ecstatic to see how excited their kids are to be back at daycare in a safe environment and a fun environment to be in.
And if we're going to speak about the level of the fears, how parents have been feeling like they're worried a little bit, how we can talk with them more to make them know that we are doing our best to get the kids safe and everything is cleaned up. Like I was there, guys, and everything is cleaned before we get in the class and after and in the middle and before we go to the play area and then when we come to the play area. How this is like, yes, it's more effort for everyone, but can you tell us little bit more details about it? What is happening to make sure that who have worries that they shouldn't worry anymore?
Okay, sure. So when parents come in, they have to sign in, and all the children are screened prior to entering the daycare. Parents cannot go throughout the daycare. They have to drop them off and come in. They're escorted in to the rooms. Once they're in there, the staff have all their PPE, so they have to wear masks all day, and safety glasses, gloves if need be as well. Then throughout the day, if they're in a before and after school program, I'm just going to go back a bit. If they're in a before and after school program, they're in a room. Before they come into the room, the whole room is disinfected and cleaned. Then when the children leave for school, the whole room gets disinfected again prior. So it's totally clean before and after the kids come in. Throughout the day in our full day programs, there's cleaning that happens, same thing. Everything's disinfected as children come in the morning and throughout the day. So all high touched areas are disinfected throughout the day. And then any toys, if they get into the mouth, depending on the age, is disinfected. And then as well at night. So once all the children leave, the whole room gets disinfected again. So it is a lot of work on the staff, but they're doing a good job to make sure everybody is safe.
Yeah, and they understand that it's kind of necessary now. And again, guys, I want to mention that from my personal experience, it was really a good experience for me to have this chance to work in the daycare after school activity with Mary here in Cornwall. It was amazing to learn how is lots of details is happening behind the scene, behind getting the kids and just staying with them and then letting them leave. It's every 5 minutes there's details that we have to care for while they're eating, while they're playing, the scheduled, and who's have allergy, who doesn't, who plays with what, who, and it's a lot of details that everybody have to care for. And I think this is exactly the feeling that I got is like the ant like working together like to make everything good and safe for the kids, so the kids doesn't feel as that much stress around them, but all the team, all the adults are working around this idea to make it easier for the kids and to welcome them back. And I want to mention as well that we have our dear Shalan, that she was working with us and she was really great, doing everything that she can, connecting with the staff, helping people to know what they have to do. And thanks to her, I was overwhelmed with her kindness, telling me every little thing that I need to do, because it's new for everyone. I'm the messy teacher, I'm the art teacher, so she was helping me all the time. So thank you, Shilan, if you're watching. And the last question, and I want you please to take your time telling us about your passion of continue doing this while this is actually a big responsibility. Why you, I mean, like, is it hard and you're still going? Tell us more. It is hard.
It is hard, but you know what? I can't take all the credit because, like I say, I do have an amazing staff that really do help me out. And I think working all together, it really isn't as hard as a lot of people think it is when you have an amazing team behind you. I really do have the best team working for me, and some days are harder than others. We're starting back up on the spike. You see the numbers increasing in Ottawa, but just making sure all that cleaning gets done when needs to be and do what we can to keep our kids safe. But our passions is there, and it's for the kids. I think, we do anything to keep our kids happy and safe. And even though they're truly not our kids, they are when they're with us. And I think that's where the passion comes from, because you're going to do what you have to keep these kids safe and happy and not putting the stress on them. So it feels like it's a whole normal environment still for them, but yet we're doing kind of all the work behind it. But yeah, the passion's there. It's just, we love it, right? So
yeah, and I think we built kind of a friendship, right? Especially going through this hard time together. Every mother we met, everyone we get to know working together, and they're putting their heart to just make the kids safe. I think we become all connected, and we feel like I'm connected to you already. I love your place, and I want people to get to know about what's happening, because I have been like not only a mother, and I have 2 kids already, but they're like going to school now. But I know that putting my kids, my precious kids, somewhere that I want them to be safe and happy. Even before COVID, it was a big question mark for me. And now with the COVID, I know how it's really hard being like working with you in the daycare and after school activity. It was first a blessing. Thank you for giving me this chance. And of
Thank you.
course, it's amazing experience to know that it's really hard work. And when we get together as a society, and these days, it's really amazing to help each other and to be kind to each other, to know that is new for everyone.
Yeah, and we're always learning, right? And growing together. So we have to work together and as a community, and we can get through it.
Yeah, we will.
We
Me
are,
as
yes.
a mom, I wanted to go and hug the teachers in this when the school was open. I was like, thank you, please. Yes, they need to
Yes.
get out of the house. Yes.
Mhm. Yes,
I
I
think
agree.
it was very important for their mental health and very
Mhm.
important to make them have some normal activity outside. And I want to thank you again so much for being with us today. And before we leave, Mary, I want you please to answer one more time this question about how did you start your journey? Because I think something went in the life when I started the interview and we have been not live. So let me
Oh,
know
okay.
again, me and everybody who are watching us at the moment and will watch us later, how did you start your journey and from where it came the idea of, yes, let's make a big circle of daycare and getting kids in?
Okay, yeah. So I did graduate in 1995 in the field of early childhood education through Kingston, Ontario. And in 2006, I got offered to open daycares through the Catholic School Board of Eastern Ontario. And I took the offer, and we started off with 3, and we ended up growing. So we're pretty much in SD&G now. Yeah, so and the passion just started from there. We started opening just before and after school programs and ready to learns. And then once the full day kindergarten came into effect, then we decided, okay, well, we will do preschool and toddler programs. And we have one infant program that we just started up 2-3 years ago. So yeah, never know. We might still grow.
Yes, of course. I'm interested in actually going on with you more and more and doing more art like activities, especially art
Oh,
activities. Yeah, I
I
think
can't wait,
we can
Bianca.
go. Oh, thank you. That would be amazing. Let's try to go on through this year, and we hope everybody would be safe. And of course, I think teaching art and learning art and getting together to do, like who care for art and they focus about art, and that will be an amazing project. And I would be honored to work with you in it.
Oh, thank you so much for offering.
Of course, it will be a good chance to make some more happiness around. And thank you,
Oh, yeah.
everyone who are watching us at the moment. And I hope we will, if you don't mind, we'll put the link for the daycares here in Cornwall, right? We have three daycares here, and the other daycares that you want to share with us. And if you want any questions or you want to get to know more about the daycare, we'll put all the links so people can connect with you and can, get to know more about where they can connect and where do you put the kids, what to do.
Awesome. That'd be great. I'll be happy to share that.
Thank you. Yes, that would be important information for all the moms. I encourage
Awesome.
you, ask more and get to know. It's a good place to put your kids. I have been working there and I'm telling you, it's really nice and safe. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mary. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you so much for being with us today. And we will talk soon for more art projects.
Awesome. Have a good
Thank you, dear.
weekend.
You too. Bye.